Hello, and now we're going to be working on the beer inventory tab. Let's go ahead and minimize the sidebar. So if we're looking at the outlines, it's almost the same thing as the liquor inventory, of which we were just looking at a minute ago. You do have your search beers, your column filter. So if you do not want to see certain columns, you just click these buttons and it will hide the columns for you. You have the total inventory, add items for your beer. We'll look at that here in a moment. Clear quantities, but before you clear the quantities, you may want to download the PDF of your entire inventory. That way you can look at what happened for the past month to current month. Same thing with export CSV, gives you more control of using Excel to pinpoint any data you're having any questions about. You have your import inventory, which you can download a template, upload the template, and printable barcodes for inventory. The reason why we see this at this time for the kegs with product and these three is because in the settings tab itself, for the beer settings, we have do you count your empty kegs in inventory? We have yes. So when it's yes, you want to count your product you have in the kegs, that's the actual beer, as well as the keg deposit, and it will push both into your inventory. However, it will showcase what you currently have as far as the differences in your credit from the deposits to what you could actually sell in your cost. And I'll show you that here in a moment. If you have this click to no in the beer, you'll see that those boxes go away. Also, the keg deposit column goes away. And this is where you only enter in the volume of the beer itself, just the beer, not the deposit. And I'll show you differences in that here in a second. So we'll start off with adding an item in. So we click item, you have a container size from bottle to cans to kegs. We'll enter in a bottle of beer. We will do Budweiser. The vendor, don't think we had the vendor in here. Nope. So we will type in Hensley. And remember, we only have to type in the company name. We can fill the rest out in our settings. Beer type, it is a lager, but we're going to go ahead and type in American lager. Hit enter. Now we have the bottle, can, or case cost. So when it comes to this, if you have bottle or can selected, you could do an input of two type of ways. One, you could input just the bottle or can cost, and this is if by chance you order um, different sizes of cases. You don't want to keep track of the different sizes, but you know that the average cost of the bottle is, let's say, $1.25, then you can leave it as this, and you see that the can bottle cost will reference on this little box here. Now, if you always order a singular box of beer, let's say you order a 24 pack, and the 24 pack is, let's say, $28. Then in the package item count, you type in the 24, and you see that the can bottle price will be showcased here below. So it's an either or, it's not both. We'll leave the can cost, and I'll show you what it looks like on the table, and then we'll go and modify it to showcase what it looks like if we do a case cost and then a package item count. Sales price, let's say you sell that bottle of beer for $10, and you have 12 bottles of beers in the main bar and 24 pack in the beer cooler. We'll go ahead, add the beer, and you'll see that now populates in below hand. So you'll have your data that will showcase, including the quantities in each location and the total quantity of your items. Now, if we click the edit button here and we do the bottle can case here, we'll do 24, $28, and now we can do 24 pack right here. You'll see that the can bottle cost is changed. It's not going to be the exact, value as beforehand, but this is just showcase regions. We hit save, and now you see that the package item count is 24. The sales price is 10, and it continues pushing forward as it should. Right, let's look at doing a keg entry. we will select the largest keg and notice how the pop-up screen now changes size. There's some extra data that needs to be entered in. We'll do the same thing with Budweiser. And we'll do the vendor, Hensley, we'll do American Lager. And this is the keg cost without the deposit. So let's say the beer itself inside the keg is $145. Do the glass size. If by chance you are serving a higher by volume alcohol by volume beer, then you may want to lower your size of ounces, but it's however you run your operations. From here, sales price still $10, and we see that the glass cost is $1.17 for a pint, 16 ounces. Then we have the cost of the glass, and we have the gross profit margin, what we're going to be making off of the glass. Your barrel deposit, let's say it's $45 for the deposit. You have one in the main bar, two in the beer cooler. Now, if I hit add, you'll see that the total sum of the inventory that you have with product will showcase in this box behind. So I hit add, and you'll see it showcase. Um, so if you have kegs that are in the back loading dock or in your pickup area waiting to be received or to be taken away and credit back, you could also hit add empty. And let's say you have two in the back dock. If I have save in kegs, you'll see that it'll populate here the total amount of empty kegs, but it'll also total everything together for you. So it's like a quick view of what credit Hensley owes you or Crescent Crown or whatever beer distribution you work with. And also with the total inventory, it'll total up the cost right here. And also it'll total up the total keg deposit you have currently. So if you take the total of let me see, that's $477, you add it with the $225, you will get the $702 in total. So this is with the if you count the kegs in your inventory. If you do not, we'll go back to the settings and we will do no save back to your beer. And you see that the inventory has reduced immensely because you're only going to be counting the keg cost within the inventory. And again, that's keg cost with no deposit. All right, so um, because again, you want to only charge for what you're actually selling rather than the total amount of the keg deposit plus the volume of the beer. Now, if you want to do both, by all means, that is your establishment. You do as you see fit. So, with that being said, let's look at the import inventory. We will download a template. We'll write over that one, and to show you what the template looks like, you will have a nice little setup here that kind of gives you an explanation how things work. You'll have your beer name, vendor, container, and all the data that's needed in order to input into your inventory. We'll delete the quantities out for the moment. We will save and import. So uh, I'm pretty sure last time I showed you in the liquor inventory, whenever you upload a vendor that is not in the settings, that'll populate for you. We'll do that here. So we'll do CC for this item. We'll save it and we will import this. And you'll see that if a vendor is not in the settings, it'll automatically be added for you. And then you can always edit the details later on. So we'll import this data. And you see that everything will populate for you, all the data input, and you can go ahead and type in your own inventory accordingly. Let's look at what the PDF download looks like. So we have the keg deposit information here, as well as all of your columns that's showing the data that you have in play, including the keg deposits and the total amount of quantity and package. Now, if we look at the export CSV, we don't have notes. In fact, we're going to go ahead and type in just test notes. We'll save it, easy to view, export, and we will overwrite what we just downloaded. And as you see, we do have everything input it here for you, including the notes. I don't have the notes on the PDF, being that it is going to be it's going to overflow over the page, and I don't want to have like 2 or 3 pages. It's already at landscape, so I have the notes in the CSV for you to have gain easy access to. We'll do a little search on the beer. We'll do lager. You see the 3 lagers showcase. We'll do Budweiser BUD, but it does populate for you. You could also click the names here, and it'll also put things in order for you. Same thing works in the liquor tab. I did not do that as an example, but if you click the column headers, the titles here, it'll move things around for you. So however you want to view it. Let me see. I think that is everything. Nope. Finally, we have the printable barcodes. So when printing, the set the scale percentage to actual size, and you must use Avery 5167 label paper. Right now, we have 4 of 80 barcodes shown available to be printed. On the 5167 label, you can only print 80 barcodes at a time. We'll go ahead and clear this out. And so, how the program works, and specifically for the barcode scanner that I'm going to show you later on in the videos, is that you have to have network connection in order for this to be uploaded from barcode scanning into your inventory. So what this all means is that the beer cooler, or any freezer, fridge, they don't allow any cell phone signal in and out, or as well as any radio signal or Wi-Fi signal. So I call that like the dead zone. My best case scenario is to print out one of each of everything you have, laminate it, put it on a clipboard, go into your inventory as you would normally do with a piece of paper, and whenever you come out of the cooler, the dead zone, you can then scan the button, do the quantity, input, and then add that straight into your inventory. So whenever you print the barcodes out, I will save this and show you what it looks like. Just to give a zoom up. There we go. You're going to have the name of the beer, the type of the beer, and as well as the container size. So you should say a half keg barrel at 15.5 gallons. And this is also going to have the bin code as well as your barcode. Now, what I was saying before about the uh, print scale percentage to actual size, let me go ahead and open up that again since I showed you that. Whenever you can do your printing, you want to go to your more settings and make sure that it's set to actual size. If you've seen that the margins around the paper itself has shortened, it's because that it's now suiting itself to be able to be printed on to the 5167 labels. Now, it's up to you if you want to use the 5167 labels for the beer, being that beer is kind of difficult to label, being that the humidity, you have a lot of factors with sweating on the beer or whatnot. That's why it's probably just print this on a regular piece of paper. That way you have your own log tracking, and then you can able to scan it accordingly. But it's all there for you to use. In the case that you do use the labels, and let's say you use 20 labels, you can always go to the modified labels and then remove the amount of labels that have been used. So there's 4 labels per row, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 marks 20 labels. Let's say you use 21 labels, or this one got ripped. We'll now go ahead and say we have 40 beers we need to print here and 20 beers here. You see that the total amount will start to pick up. If you go over the amount of 80, it'll let you know, and then you need to back that number down for printing. We'll go ahead and download this, overwrite the beer PDF, and if I show you, you see that the first 5 rows were removed, as well as the first barcode on the first column, first 6th row. And again, if you do your printing, see at the bottom there's a large spacing. Go to your settings, actual size, and that's now large bottom goes away, and this will be easily printed on the Avery 5167 label paper. So. When it comes to clearing items out, you just hit clear quantity. It works the same way in the liquor inventory. You hit clear, it'll clear all of your data within your table. For your empty kegs, just hit clear here and it also clears here. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, we will be moving to the wine inventory next, and I will talk to you then.